institutions coming in. Does it mean our legislatures cannot put policies in place to ensure that there is total free education instead of the issue of discrimination, instead of members of the public worshipping the elected leaders? So, in the due course, we shall look at various issues. We shall also look at the housing and settlement. We shall point out the CS who are incompetent, and if possible, those with conflict of interest. But what I can say is that most of the CS are incompetent. The others I cannot explain, but incompetence is full of their heads, because apart from the policies that have been passed by Parliament, no minister, no CS wants to think further. I come back to agriculture because it's my passion, because I believe that if it is well funded, everyone and each, in every county, policies will be passed to ensure that no one should be found loitering without a job. You will find that they don't take any much interest. For example, the Jubilee government promised, not Jubilee, but the UDA government or Kenya Kwanza government promised that they will be constructing about 100 dams, which is a good idea, because I wonder whether MIthilla Linturi will be taking people back to Nyayo Stadium, will be taking back the president to Nyayo Stadium to pray for rain once again, after they have been given rain by God, which they should make good use of. We shall also look at issues to do with international relations. How is Kenya relating with our neighboring countries, regional countries, and internationally? Are we being left behind? We shall also look at international jobs. According to the UDA manifesto, the Kenya government has got a workforce of about 900,000 people. Then, the private sector employs about 2.1 million people. Of the 19 million workforce, meaning that about 16 million come from various businesses, small scale, medium, and macro businesses. What is the government doing to ensure that there is a favorable environment for investment in Kenya? Will the government just focus on taxing the 3 million? What do you understand when you talk of to increase the tax base? Is it by increasing taxes to the 3 million employees time and again? Chulista TV will tell you in the due course how you can increase the tax base. And this one, once again, will come from agriculture and housing. Also, healthcare is one of the pillars of the UDA government. What shall we look at? How many people are able to get good health care? It's just a few people. How are much of the people surviving when they get sick? Which are the common diseases? And what approach can be given to them? For example, if you go to most universities and colleges, you will find that the common medicine in those clinics is of ulcers, meaning that there is something wrong with the health care of the young people. How can we solve this issue? Housing and settlement is also another issue that we shall look at in details. According to my perception, the UDA or the Kenya Kwanza government thinks that employment can only be found in housing and settlement. As I mentioned earlier, much of the employment is in agriculture. You cannot talk of manufacturing, if first you don't invest in agriculture, because it is from agriculture that we move to industrial revolution. How much has been done in agriculture? Actually, the funding of the Ministry of Agriculture should be equal to that of education, because you cannot talk of solving unemployment when there is no agriculture in that country, or when you rely on only prayers so as to have rain. God gives you rain so that you use your mind to save the lanes for the needy seasons. We also have tourism. We have places like Theme Ridge, Oinga, a place, an archaeological site that I can say has not well been marketed. Because most people, when you talk of tourism, they think of Mombasa, Masai Mara, Aberdares. So what can we do so that we can ensure the answers will be found in the manifesto in Chulista TV? Of course, we shall look at education in details. We shall look at education in details. And we shall also have opportunity to allow our viewers to contribute at least in every session so that we can provide an ideal government. Also, the issues of governance will also be discussed, whereby we shall look at the checks and balances between the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. Of course, of late, you have heard the government or the executive condemning the judiciary of interfering with its manifesto. There, we shall discuss at what extent, or to what extent, will the government reach to the judiciary and judiciary reach the government and legislature. In most cases, or in Africa, Kenya included, you will find that some of these institutions want to dominate the other. Like now, the judiciary or the legislature may want to dominate the other institutions or the other branches of the government, which will not work. Okay, which model of development is the best for Kenya? Do we go the bureaucratic way or a developmental way? Those countries that have used the bureaucratic ways have taken more than 50 years to develop, while those that have used the developmental approach have used lesser times to develop. Therefore, our viewers, we shall be meeting every Mondays as from 7:45. We shall be inviting friends. We shall be discussing manifestos or plans, including those of the judiciary, the National Police Service, and in case if there are plans for the legislature and other government institutions. In case we have viewers who want to give a contribution to this powerful introduction, kindly, our number is 0722 655 282 0722 655 282 Julista. And whoever wishes to participate in promoting this program, you are always welcome to the program, so that we can give ideas that can move our government, our state and government, or our nation forward. Yeah, anyone who can, from our viewers, anyone who wants to say something from the introduction that we have given? And also, viewers, if you have a manifesto, be it of your MCA, your member of parliament, your governor, your women rep, or a senator, and you feel that there is some controversy or issues surrounding the manifesto, you are free to call the number that we have given. You send us the manifesto and tell us what you are promised and what is being done now. And also, we shall also be hosting MCAs, governors, members of parliament, senators, women reps, officers from different offices, youth groups, youth leaders, and everyone, the church, and anyone else who has an issue, and everyone else who has an issue can also come here. For today, I want to congratulate Ann Njeru, who has been our viewer. Edna Nyariego, that one is my sister. Thank you, sister. Honorable Seth Odoyo, an ambitious man from Nyanza who wants to, I think, yes, is focusing on something. And Samuel Wambua from Machakos is also a teacher. Samuel Wambua is a teacher from those areas of Kaiwa. Viewers, kindly tell our people that there is right with Chulista TV. This was an introduction, and of course, as they call me Motangi Gaito kwa Facebook, I have been the first one to start or to convene this powerful studio whereby we shall probe, analyze, investigate, and come up with conclusions on what ought to be done by our leaders. Thank you very much.
Kwa ujenzi wa taifa, kwani ndicho